Welcome to Trinity Lutheran Church here in New York Mills, Minnesota. Hey, our devotion today is the choices that we make. Here coming this week, our kids are back into New York Mills school. And one of the things that came into mind, especially with the violence that we just saw down Minneapolis, St. Paul, due to mental ill violence that was carried out on those children is, what are we always enabling and encouraging and trying to help our children in the choices that they make in the life that's up ahead of them? And that's what school is supposed to be about. School is supposed to be teaching a critical thinking, how to evaluate, when to think and when to do. And too often today, they deal so much in the emotional dribble that's always out there. You know, making those kind of choices, one of the things that we always are reminded of, everything that we choose here on earth is just a temporary thing. God told His children that of Israel as they were coming into the promised land in Deuteronomy chapter 30, starting with verse 15, and He talks about the choices that they will make, whether they lead to death or life. He says it this way: "See, I have set before you today life and prosperity, and death and adversity. And that I command you today to love the Lord your God, to walk in His ways, to keep His commandments, and His statutes and His judgments, that you may live and multiply, and that the Lord your God may bless you in the land where you are entering to possess it. But if your heart turns away, and you will not obey, but are drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I declare to you today that you will surely perish. You will not prolong your days in the land where you are crossing the Jordan to enter and possess it." And you know, when we think about that with our children, and you know, coming up this coming Sunday, I don't know exactly when this is coming out, but on September 7th is our start of all our education process. We have our preschool going on pretty strong now this week already, with 30-some children being involved in it, and the teachers, and our Sunday school program here at Trinity. And I'm sure that's true for a lot of you there in wherever you may be listening from. This is the thing we get to teach that does not stop at the grave: the death and resurrection of Jesus, where that impacts these children's and anybody else's life, that they have life and they have it for eternity by the death of Jesus. Now, we make a lot of choices, and the good news is this: Jesus chose to go to a cross for each and every one of us, and some of the dumb choices that we make, you might say. But He did it out of His gift and His love, and bestowed upon you by grace through faith in Jesus Christ. You might notice this is a little different format we're using now for our devotion time. A lot of the readings we'll be using will be used maybe in your church in your readings, and we'll be looking forward to any feedback that you may give us and what you think about this type of format, and how we can bring the good news of Jesus Christ to the midst of a dead and dying world.